Friday night. Let's talk some football. Welcome to the Friday Night High School Scoreboard Show, brought to you by Mountain Valley News and the North Jackson Press, your trusted sources for all things local sports. From last-second touchdowns to game-winning field goals, we've got all the scores, highlights, and hometown heroes covered. Now turn up the volume and get ready. You're about to hear two of the most recognizable voices in Northeast Alabama, Sammy Smith and Montel Evans, calling it like only they can.
Welcome in to the Friday Night High School Scoreboard Show. I think.
Maybe we're on. I think we're on.
We've had a few problems tonight.
We've had some technical difficulties.
Of course, it is the first show of the season, so it's kind of a normal thing for us.
Yeah, seems like it's getting that way.
But but there's been some great football games going on.
Oh, they have. I was discussing the Fort Payne game. Fort Payne beat Scottsboro 21-19, and that was a great game. It was 10-7 at halftime. Scottsboro. They come out the second half, and Fort Payne scored. Scottsboro scored. Then Fort Payne scored, and then it just went from there. It was a great game.
I think you've got a couple of finals.
I've got some finals. Yeah, North End Mountain over Woodville last night, 53-7. Geraldine last night over Sardis, 41-14. Tonight, North Jackson over Sylvania, 20-0. Fort Payne 21, Scottsboro 19. Then we have Piedmont over Cherokee County, 24-8.
Wow.
Thompson over Carver, 37-6. We have that Hoover and IMG on our board, and IMG was winning like 20-0 or something at halftime.
Yeah.
Pisgah tonight, Good Hope beat Pisgah 24-12.
I saw that.
I'm not sure if that is a jamboree.
That's a jamboree.
Okay.
Yes, that is a jamboree. Of course, down in Montgomery, Fife playing Maplesville, and this is the third quarter score, and it's probably further along than that, but it was 35-6 Maplesville in the third quarter. So Maplesville, man, I was watching in the first half, and they've got three running backs that are unbelievable.
They do. They are,
and a pretty good looking quarterback too.
You know, I read about them before this week, just checking up on them, and they played in the 1A finals last year. Got beat in the finals by Wadley, and they had everybody back. So you know, it's kind of one of those deals. So you didn't know, but they've got some, and they've got one young kid, maybe a sophomore that's committed to Alabama or looking at Alabama or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I still don't see us. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Are we on? Okay. I'm looking on my phone. I was just trying to make sure. So I guess we are on. My bad. I look down in Oxford. Oxford is leading Central Lines, which is in Carrollton, Georgia. It's 31-30 in the fourth quarter. So a big game going on there. McGill-Tulane leading Daphne 28-27. That's fourth quarter. Auburn over Booker out of Sarasota, Florida, 24-0 in the third quarter. Winfield and Corner tied 20-20 in the third quarter. A lot of these are third quarter scores.
Yeah, I saw where Ider has taken the lead on section now.
Oh, wow. That's a good ball game. Last I saw it was like 13-6, 13-7, I think.
Yeah.
Pickens County, or Aliceville is leading Pickens County 44-0. Laverne leading Elba 35-0. Of course, you gave the Mars Hill Bible final 51, Madison Academy 27.
That's kind of a surprise to me.
Yeah.
I mean, Madison Academy is usually really good, but I guess Mars Hill is really good too.
Oh,
year.
Yeah, sounds like it. Of course, Piedmont over Cherokee County, you gave that when it was on our board. West Morgan defeated Randolph 41-14. And there's the Good Hope in Pisgah. And that, I'm pretty sure I saw that was a jamboree tonight. Yeah. Gordo has defeated Fayette County 34-28. Jacksonville over Etowah, 45-7. DAR has defeated Brindley Mountain 21-18. Glencoe defeats Southeastern 7-0. Boaz over Madison County 28-7. So Coach Luke Pruitt gets his first win down at Boaz. So
Boaz,
congratulations to him.
I see Gunnersville beat Southside 31-14, and that is Fort Payne's next two
Oh, wow.
games is against Gunnersville and then Southside.
Hartselle defeats Austin 39-7. Oak Mountain over Briarwood 14-3. Saraland defeats Jackson they are ahead of Jackson 17-6. Pell City leading Pelham 22-7. Fairview leading Fultondale 42-0. T.R. Miller, they defeat Reeltown, or are beating Reeltown tonight. I keep wanting to say everybody's won the game. 35-14 in the fourth quarter. And IGM is leading. This was a halftime score, 20-7.
Yeah, IMG.
So Randolph County over Woodland, 36-7.
You mentioned that Saraland Jackson. You know, Jackson's star player, the Kroll that's committed to Alabama, was suspended for this game because of some kind of improper payments or something. Okay. He returned whatever it was, but they held him out of this game anyway.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, and this has been kind of a crazy one because I meant to have all of our sponsors down, and it's going to be hard for me to tell who all the sponsors are because I can't remember that. But I know our big sponsors. We got of course the DeKalb County Tech School, Speaker of the House Nathaniel Ledbetter, TKT Wholesale, and there's one more.
First Southern State Bank.
First Southern State Bank is one. What is it?
Rawson Pools.
Rawson Pools. Yeah. Rawson Pools. I was hoping something would pop up there. So we appreciate those guys for being our sponsors. And again, we're a little shaky tonight.
Well, we'll get into the groove. I mean, we've done this. This is the 11th year we've done this, and it's been like this the first night every year.
Oh, yeah, and sometimes it's this way.
Sometimes it's worse, and then sometimes next week
sometimes it gets worse as the season goes on. Yeah. But we appreciate WZOB. They're carrying this. I hope they are. Yeah. I hope they're online. So, we appreciate them for continuing to carry our scoreboard show on Friday nights. And again, Fort Payne, big win for them tonight.
That was. I think they had lost 2 in a row, maybe, to Scottsboro.
Yeah.
And this is for the big coveted Top Cat Trophy.
Yep. Yeah.
Scottsboro and Fort Payne, big rivalry. And there were a lot of flags in the first half.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A lot of flags.
And so, a lot of
little cheeky, a lot of talk.
Yeah. A lot of games tonight. A lot of people, of course, Plainview had their jamboree last night. And so they start the season.
Of course, the score on here shows that they got beat, but the first half the varsity played, and Plainview actually won it. 16-14.
Yeah, kick the field goal.
Kick the field goal as time expired to win the game.
So a big win for them. And, the Anniston was a good-looking football team. Big offensive line, and had a big quarterback, looked like an offensive lineman, too.
Yes,
so
they looked good.
They looked really good. And I thought Plainview played well. Owen Hope had a great game, and our running backs played well. And the offensive line is going to be really good. They're big and they played well. So big night for the Plainview Bears, and they'll kick it off next week and open up with Westminster Christian over there.
And Westminster Christian was getting beat by East Limestone a minute ago.
And so another big night, but we don't have a full schedule tonight. But and then we've had problems with our phone. I switched phones from last year to this year, and so I had to buy a new little adapter. Well, the new little adapter didn't work, so we're gonna wing it tonight and do it. We're gonna do it over the speakerphone, and we'll see how that goes. But and I'm hoping we can get a call in here in just a little while. And I know we're already running behind. I think we probably need to go ahead and go to our first commercial break. And while we're doing that, maybe I can get one of our coaches to call in and talk to us there. So we'll go to a break, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
Welcome to Northeast. So, what are you looking for?
2 outs! I want to inspire kids the same way I was inspired.
I want to help solve the nursing shortage. I want to make the internet a safer place.
I want to live with no regrets.
I want to give my kids a better future.
No matter what you're looking for, begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
In times of loss, trust and care are what matter most. At Rainsville Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring your loved ones with dignity and respect. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, providing compassionate support when you need it the most. Rainsville Funeral Home is proud to serve our community and extend our care to Geraldine Funeral Home and Kirby Funeral Home, all part of the Rainsville Funeral Home family. Together, we are committed to providing the highest standard of service and care, ensuring that your loved one's memory is cherished. When you need us, we're here for you. Rainsville Funeral Home, Geraldine Funeral Home, and Kirby Funeral Home, a family of care close to home. Welcome to Bridgeport, Alabama, a hidden gem nestled in the heart of Jackson County. Home to a state-of-the-art Google data center, Bridgeport blends modern innovation with rich history. Explore scenic beauty, from the majestic Tennessee River to our charming historic downtown. Discover a community that values tradition while embracing the future. Bridgeport, Alabama, where history and beauty meet progress. Visit us today. Mayor Bubba Hughes and the Bridgeport City Council would like to say go Chiefs and wish the North Jackson Chiefs the very best this season. Experience life with natural gas from DC Gas. It's convenient, consistent, and reliable. Always there when you need it. Cook your favorite meals, heat your home, and enjoy hot showers with the confidence that DC Gas is delivering top-notch service every day. And remember, before you dig, know what's below. Call 811 to stay safe and protect your property. DC Gas, powering your life. One day at a time for 70 years.
Welcome back into the Friday Night High School Scoreboard Show, and we're slowly getting back in the swing of things here. So, but it's man, some great football tonight, and again, if you want to run down what we got so far,
Yeah. Last night, Northern Mountain over Woodville 53-7, and Geraldine over Sardis 41-14. Tonight, Maplesville is leading 35-6, I believe.
Yeah, still 35-6.
Idaho's leading section 19-13. Valley Head and Cedar Bluff, I hadn't got a report. North Jackson defeats Sylvania 20-0, and Fort Payne defeats Scottsboro 21-19. That's our local scores. And then we got a few Piedmont over Cherokee County 24-8, Thompson over Carver 37-6. IMG's leading Hoover 20-7. Good Hope over Pisgah 24-12, but we think that is a jamboree game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. And we got Sachs leading Horseshoe Bend 48-42. That is a fourth quarter score. Leroy leading Thomasville 36-22. Corner is leading Winfield now 27-20. Auburn over Booker out of Sarasota, Florida 24-6. Aliceville leading Pickens County 44-0. Laverne leading Elba 35-0. Let's see what else we got. Of course, the Brindley Mountain DAR defeated Brindley Mountain tonight 21-18. West Morgan, they defeat Randolph 41-14. Gordo defeated Fayette County 34-28. And Jacksonville, they defeated Etowah tonight 45-7. Oak Mountain over Briarwood 14-3. Glencoe defeated Southeastern 7-0, and Boaz defeats Madison County tonight 28-7. Of course, Coach Pruitt moved on from Pisgah to Boaz, so he gets his first win down at Boaz. Big win for him. I was trying to think. Albertville and Arab played last night, and I don't remember the score, but it was close. But Arab won.
19-16 or 18-16.
Yeah, it was a lot closer than I really thought it would be. Actually,
yeah.
Pell City is leading Pelham 22-14. Wetumpka is leading Beauregard 36-19. Randolph leading Woodland 36-7. Oak Grove is leading Weaver 40-3. UMS Wright and St. Paul's. That one is 21-21 right now in the fourth quarter. And we've got Coach Hollis, and we're going to get him on the line here. Can you hear me, Coach? How are you?
I got you good. How are you?
Hey, doing great. We're struggling tonight. We've had all kinds of technical difficulties. With these first Friday night shows, things don't always work like you think they're going to. So
yeah, it's kind of like a week one football game, huh?
Yeah. Well, congratulations, man! Big win over the Sylvania Rams tonight.
Well, thank you. Proud of our guys. Really proud of the way our kids competed. Especially on the defensive side of the ball. Felt like they had a good plan for the attack they were facing, and offensively we got in a good rhythm in the second half, and we're able to grind it out and get some yards on the ground.
Yeah, great win. I know last weekend your Jamboree played a really good Cherokee County team, and of course I didn't see a lot, hadn't heard a lot about that, but you guys bounced back this week and took care of business, and I'm assuming, like most Jamborees, you probably don't show a whole lot, and just hope you get out of it without any injuries too. So.
Yeah, well, that's the thing where we know they're going to be a physical football team, so that helps us prepare for what we're going to face throughout the season and with the non-region and the region schedule that we have. But we saw some good things, saw some things that we needed to get corrected. But no, we opened it up a little bit in the Jamboree just to get some experience, and it's about getting better every week. We've got some good film off the game tonight that we can go in and coach off of and put together a plan for next week.
Yeah. Well, talk a little bit about it. I know, Coach, you lose Diego Hope from last year, and I know there's other players, but talk about some of your young kids that have stepped up and stepped in and are really making an impact this year.
Well, it's kind of we say they're young guys, but a lot of these guys have got a lot of varsity playing experience. You got Caden Pace as a safety and a wide receiver. Really stepped up big tonight, especially on the edge when they were running the football. And then you've got Haven Massengale out there playing corner safety and slot, had a huge touchdown catch, first drive of the game, and had big plays all night. Very explosive kid. Nick Price Jr. playing both sides of the ball. He hadn't done that before. Now it's his fourth year starting, but he's always been mainly a running back, and now he's doing double time. A running back linebacker, felt like he played really solid. And some young guys that played a lot last year. Ace Jones out at corner and wide receiver, and we got two freshmen that were getting in at the skill slots too, and Keaton Long and Logan Elliott. So, it takes a combination of everybody just doing a little bit of everything, and very proud of the way they're developing. And, like I said, it's a great way to start it, going 1-0 every day. That's the goal, and we're going to get back to the grinding board. We're going to celebrate tonight and get back to work tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, big win, I know, and I know. It's always nice to get that first win and especially get that win at home. And I'm sure there's a big crowd out for tonight for the first game. And so congratulations on the big win. And I know
we don't like to go ahead and talk about it, but of course you got a big rivalry game next week.
Oh yeah.
So
but
next week, go ahead and enjoy tonight though, and then you can get started on that in the morning.
We go enjoy it, but that's what it's all about. In high school football, especially in this part of the state, we're looking forward to it, and we're going to show up and be ready next Friday at 7.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Coach, man, we appreciate you calling in tonight. And again, congratulations. And looks like, it's going to be another good season for you. And we look forward to hearing from you each week and listen. And, hope you guys will just continue to roll on.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you guys and what you do for our kids. Go Chiefs.
All right. Good. Have a good night, Coach.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. There we have it, Coach Hollis. And, man, a great way to start off the season. Sylvania, of course, the Sylvania Rams come in Coach Brad Walter, who is a great football coach.
Yeah.
He's been a good coach everywhere he's been, and come in and kind of having to rebuild that program a little bit. I know the numbers.
They won last week, and kind of they think they're going to surprise some people.
Yeah, I think they will too. And I know number wise, unless that has changed since the media days. I think 26 players, I believe, is what he had. So, but again, they'll continue to get better. And of course, again, North Jackson has got a really good football team.
They got a lot of good skill people.
I just saw a final. The Outer Hornets has defeated the section Lions 19-13. So congratulations to my brain just left.
Coach Clements.
Coach Clements, yeah. And I don't know. Have you got his phone number? I don't have his phone number.
I do.
Man,
I do have his phone
I'd love to talk to him. We can get him on your speakerphone there, and if we can, you might want to text him and just see if he'll call us or he'd like to talk. So that's a big win for the Outer Hornets. I'm trying to think back to last year. Did they beat section last year? I don't even remember.
You want him to call your number?
Yeah, he can call mine or he can call yours.
Yours?
Either one. It doesn't matter which one. So
What is yours?
256-601-8528. Sorry guys, we're trying to get the coach to call in here, and we're struggling a little bit because my little thing that goes into my phone didn't work this time, and so we're having to do things a little bit different this week. But we'll. That is
first game with big win.
Big win, absolutely. Of course they won their jamboree last week, and it sounded like they played well, and so big win for the Outer Hornets over section tonight. And of course, that was a big game. Of course, Coach Clements, was the assistant coach at section last year.
Yeah,
and
went back to play his Riley.
Went to play his former coach or coaching partner, and so a big win for him. And I know the people in Outer have got to be excited.
Yeah, they are. A
lot of young kids.
We discussed earlier talking about Outer last year. The Kidwell kids might come in and have 100 yards each, and other people do great on offense, but they just couldn't stop anybody. And tonight they finally got it going both ways.
Yeah, and the Kidwell is. I'm telling you, he is a tough running back.
Yeah.
Good, I know they got a big junior class and a big freshman class, and then I think maybe
they got some freshmen starting. I know
2 seniors. I think was what I believe is the only thing they have. So that was a great win for them. So congratulations, and hopefully we'll hear from Valley Head here shortly. I did talk to. Well, it's one of those senior moment nights. Jody, what's his last name? Anyway, he said
a bunch of senior moments tonight.
Yeah, he said he would send me scores. They were playing at Cedar Bluff.
Yeah, I just
it's very
sent,
possible there wasn't
I sent another one.
Probably not much service
That's probably
in Cedar Bluff, if I had to guess. So
I just sent a message to another one of the coaches to see if we could get a score.
And we'll we can flip back through, and of course hadn't got an update on the Maplesville. I was
still waiting. It's 35-6 in the
third
quarter. But
if you'll talk a minute, I'll see if I can get it pulled up on.
Well, there was some big games tonight. Auburn and Sarasota, Florida, Booker. They were leading them 24-6, but Pennington leading Susan Moore 38-20 in the fourth quarter. Clay Chalkville's leading Hueytown 42-0. Sheffield leading Decatur Heritage, who is a perennial power in 2A, 63-36. The Central Red Devils, that's always in the state championship game, they're putting it on Pinson Valley 59-16.
Oh, wow.
And McAdory, they hung 50 on Pleasant Grove, and Pleasant Grove is usually in the state last 4 or so.
Well, the 5 game is over because it's not on anymore.
Well, it wasn't on earlier. It was showing Pipe Road and Prattville, who played last night.
Well, it's on.
It was on APTV.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me go here and see if I can find it.
Aniano put it on Locust Fork tonight, 58-13.
Wow.
And some that Plainview's interested in, West Morgan defeats Randolph 41-14.
Yeah, that's interesting. Of course, a lot of those teams Plainview will be playing on down the line.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so
next week they play Westminster, and I saw Westminster was getting beat by East Limestone a while ago, but I can't find the score right now.
Yeah.
So that's who Plainview would play. Okay, Westminster come back. They're leading 42-28.
Oh, wow.
And that's who Plainview will have next week as well.
Wow, that sounds like they're pretty good again.
And then also next week, we got Woodville, Cherokees at Woodville. Pisgah's at 5.
That's a big one.
And Valleyhead at Section. That's a big one too. Yeah. North Sand Mountain at Ider.
That's
another
a big
rivalry. North Jackson at Scottsboro.
A big rivalry. Man, so next week going to be big.
But it's big ones.
Yeah, so it's time for us to go to another commercial, and we'll go that, and we will be back with you in just a moment. That light, I can't
say Sherry.
Welcome back into the Friday night high school scoreboard show. And guess what, Sammy? More technical difficulties. All of a sudden,
I do have what someone told me was a final from Maplesville and from the Crampton Bowl. Maplesville 38-5-6.
Wow. So
that Maplesville team, I knew they were good.
They are loaded.
They made it to the finals last year and got beat by Wadley. And they are not going to be denied this year, I don't think. I think they're going to be
I don't think so either. Those running backs, I mean, they could not tackle them. I mean, he was just bouncing off of them. Yeah. So a big night for them. So go ahead and run down our other scores again here and let me catch my breath.
Okay. Last night, North End Mountain defeated Woodville 53-7. Geraldine defeated Sardis 41-14, and the Wade kid had a big night for Geraldine. I know he rushed for 2 touchdowns, and I think he threw for a couple. Then tonight, Maplesville over 5, 38-6. Ider over Section, 19-13. North Jackson over Sylvania, 20-0. Fort Payne defeats Scottsboro for the Top Cat Trophy, 21-19. We have a Piedmont over Cherokee County, 24-8. Thompson over Carver, 37-6. In a jamboree, we think Good Hope over Pisgah, 24-12. And for all we know, that could have been Pisgah could have been ahead at halftime.
You're right. That's true. Varsity, that's true. So
then last night in the half, Plainview defeated Anniston 16-14 in the varsity half of the game. That's our local scores that we have so far. I'm waiting on a Valley Head Cedar Bluff score.
Yeah, I'm hoping we'll get something on that one. And, of course, if you just tuned in, just talking with Coach Hollis up at North Jackson, and they had a big win over Sylvania tonight. And sounds like those guys are not missing a beat from last year.
I mean, of course, they've got some athletes.
Oh, absolutely.
The only thing they lost, which was a big piece, was Diego Holt.
Yeah.
He was big on defense and offense. Well, sounds like the Price and some of those guys have stepped up.
Of course, I got Creed Richardson, the quarterback, and he's a big kid and has played well. Of course, started all last year as I guess he was a freshman last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was.
And so he stepped in and playing well. So, and again, they've got a huge football game next week, a big rivalry, Of course, we've talked about
Scottsboro.
it. No love lost between those two schools. And I know.
And I watched Scottsboro tonight. Scottsboro's got a good team, and they're very well coached.
They are very well coached.
Coach Van does a great job.
Yeah, he does. He does a great job.
And Fort Payne last week surprised me. They played Central.
Yeah, Clay. Yeah.
The Vols, and that team is really good.
Oh, yeah.
And Fort Payne beat them last week, and then it carried over to this week against Scottsboro. And I think both of these teams are really good teams, Fort Payne and Scottsboro.
Oh, yeah. Fort Payne, I was sitting as we were talking there thinking, this is the first time they've won their opening game in the last 2 years that I can remember. I know they always play a tough schedule in the beginning. Of course, Coach Elmore likes to play those tough teams.
And he had Central lined up as a jamboree. Then you play Scottsboro. Then you turn around and play Gunnersville. Then you turn around and play Southside in your first region game.
Yeah,
that he's got a schedule that's
got a tough schedule, but he's got got a good group of kids.
He's
of course,
got a good team.
The Griggs kid.
There's a lot of seniors on that team. He's doing a good job.
And it sounds like he's done a good job. So we'll see how that one goes. Of course, the Ider Hornets again. Take the win over Section tonight, and Coach Clements, I know he's excited. They got to be excited, and I guarantee you the Ider fans are excited.
I know they are. They're excited. Which, if you know Coach Clements, he is an excitable coach. He gets you excited about playing football and about cheering for football, all aspects of it.
Absolutely.
He gets you fired up where you really enjoy it, and those guys up there are loving it right now.
Oh yeah, they're playing well, and so. We'll see how that shakes out. Of course, you got the of course Geraldine Bulldogs. Coach Davis has just done a great job down there, and they got a lot of they're not young kids. They all started last year, but they're still relatively young, and but they're going to have a good football team too. So they're going to be a lot of great football. Anxious to see. Of course, I know Fife. We talk about.
We know Fife's going to be back.
They're going to be back.
That's
yes.
a really tough game. I know they're going to be back next week.
Oh, absolutely.
Actually, they play, Pisgah at Fife next week. That's going to be a great game.
That will be a great football game. Of course, Pisgah
probably as good as last year.
Yeah, Pisgah's got a lot of returning starters on that team. Of course, Coach Gilbert took over that program, and they hadn't really missed a beat.
Of course, Luke Gilbert is at Jacksonville now.
Right.
The quarterback from last year, but they will miss him. But they've got a lot of good players.
Oh yeah. So again,
we got some big games next week. Like we say, big rivalry type games.
Absolutely.
Valley Head section, North Sun Mountain Hyder, North Jackson, Scottsboro. Excuse me.
Yeah, a lot of
Pisgah
huge
Fife.
games.
That's turned into a pretty good rivalry game.
Yeah, and then college football starts next weekend.
Yes,
and so and there are a lot of great games.
Bama starts out with Florida State. That's going to be a big game.
Yeah, you got Ohio State and Texas.
Yeah,
kicking off.
There's some big ones next week.
LSU and Clemson.
We may have to take off next week.
I know. I'm telling you, that's going to be a huge week of high school football and then college football. Long weekend.
I'm so excited about it. Football being back, it's great. We love to talk about football. As Miss Sherry can tell you, we can talk about nothing on football for an hour.
Yeah, and it's a good thing because we ain't gonna have any more commercials tonight because we're having technical difficulties. So we're gonna be rolling along here for the next 30 minutes without a break. So.
Well, we can tell them, go call Rawson Pools if you need any pools.
If my wife would write down all of our sponsors, at least I could talk about them. But we've got and as a matter of fact, we've lost our. No, we still have it. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting when I look at this screen, you don't really see the ads on the front of the our desk here, but. On the live screen, you actually see that, and I thought, man, we've lost that too, which wouldn't be surprised if we did. But
you can see them right above us.
Yeah, so
and that's what I see. Of
course, we appreciate the Speaker of the House, Nathaniel Ledbetter. He's one of our big sponsors, and huge football fan. Of course, got to see him at the Plainview game last night, and
I didn't get to talk to him, but I did see him there. He's a big fan.
Oh yeah, he's got 3 grandkids on the varsity playing. So
and actually one of them's a starter, is a 9th grader, a safety. We got Plainview has. Well, I don't know if I need to tell all that. 2 9th graders starting on defense.
Yeah, but they're athletes, and man, now we got our next caller coming in here, and let's get him on. It's Mr. Bum Pickens. Welcome in, Bum. How you doing tonight?
Howdy, y'all.
Well, I guess you were up around Ider tonight.
Yes, sir.
What about a big win for Coach Clements and them Ider Hornets?
Yes, sir. 19 to 13 in overtime.
Overtime. Oh wow. Okay. Well, we were keeping up with it. The last I had saw it was 13-6, I guess, for and so we we were kind of watching it, and then I finally got the final. We knew it was 19-13, but we didn't know it went in overtime. So, man, tell us a little bit about the game there, Bum. So I know you were up there. So, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. I said.
Well, we was down 13-7 at halftime.
Yeah.
Came back out. Stopped them. They stopped us, kind of thing, for about the whole 3rd quarter, I think. 4th quarter, I think we stopped them, then scored, and missed the extra point.
Ooh.
So it was 13-13, and had a chance to end it in regulation. And clock ran out. So they put 3 minutes on overtime and then ran that clock out. They got the ball first. And then we we got a pick six that didn't count because the whistle was blown dead.
Oh.
The whole coaching staff took off running to the end zone with the player number 13, Braxton Trailer, intercepted there and took it in. That didn't count. Then we got the ball on the 10-yard line, ran 2 or 3 plays, and the number 8, Tyler Kidwell, punched it into the end zone.
All right. Well, Kidwell, he's a great football player. I know we were just talking about him just a few minutes ago about the season he had last year. You know, I know it wasn't the season Eider wanted, but that kid, you know, I'm not sure he did. He probably had 100 yards every ball game.
Just wow, yeah.
So he's a great kid. I know that. So
yeah, that was his brother.
Oh, okay. So this is a younger one, huh?
They're twins.
Oh, okay.
Taylor and Tyler.
Okay, I did not know there were twins.
Yeah.
Well.
Tyler actually fractured his back in the section game last year and was out the whole season. And then to come back this section game and score the winning touchdown.
Oh, wow.
Which one is the quarterback?
That's number 2, Taylor Kidwell.
Okay, Taylor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've got some stats I'll send to y'all guys too.
All right, we appreciate that. So, well, Bum, I know you did your first show this past week, and of course you can. If anybody that hadn't heard that, you can get that on Mountain Valley News, and it's also on our Facebook page. And interesting to hear you speak. And I know you had a good summer with your wife Ethel. I enjoyed hearing about all the changes she's making at your home place there.
Well, something like that.
So, but man, we appreciate you calling in tonight. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sure she'll have more changes.
Oh yeah, I bet she will too. I bet there'll be a lot of changes as the season goes on. But you know, of course, I guess you being the big Eider fan that you are, that probably won't. As long as them Eider Hornets are winning, you'll feel okay with it.
Yeah, sounds about
right. You'll probably be okay with it whether they are or not, because it sounds like she probably runs the house there when you're.
Yeah.
So, well, Bum, man, we appreciate you calling in. If you talk to Coach Clements and he's still awake up there, tell him to give us a call.
All right, he was still on the field reminiscing
about his first win as head coach. That's pretty neat. So, yeah, we would like to talk to him if we could get him on the phone. So, we sent him a message, but he's probably so excited he hadn't had any chance to even look at his phone.
Yeah, I'll send him a message too.
All right. Well, you have a good night.
Y'all too. All
right. Talk to you later, Bum.
All right. See y'all.
All right, there we had it, Mr. Bum Pickens. And he is a hoot.
He is.
He is a hoot. That is for sure. So, but
I was looking at all these games next week. Sylvania has a bye and Geraldine has a bye next week.
Yeah, I noticed there's about the same amount of games next week as they are this week, and because I know I've got our pick sheets for next week made, and I think I put 3 college games on there, and so
of course I missed 3 already this week. So
I'm sure I have too. I can't even remember who I picked. I do know I picked 5, so I for sure have missed that one.
I picked 5. So. And then I picked section and Cherokee County. That's
I actually picked Eider, so I got that one.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I did pick Cherokee County, so I missed that one. So I think I missed 2 probably. Going back and I'll go back and look. Of course, you got the final on Maplesville, and Fife was 38-6.
38-6 Maplesville.
Sachs is, and this is not a final, 48-42. That's in the fourth quarter. Aliceville over Pickens County, 44-0. Let's see here. Mars Hill Bible, man. That one surprises
me.
Yeah, they beat Madison Academy 51-27. So big win. Piedmont over Cherokee County, 24-8. That one is a little surprising to me. Of course, I know Piedmont. I guess you call it upset them last year, and then come back.
Got a lot back this year.
Oh yeah, the Pinto kid. I think he's
Pinto.
already committed to
JSU. I think.
Yeah. So,
but I'm not sure about what Cherokee County.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know what they lost last year. Of course, DAR they defeat Brindley Mountain tonight, 21-18. We had West Morgan and they defeat Randolph tonight, 41-14. Wow. Oxford loses. Central comes back from Carrollton, Georgia, comes back and beats Oxford 37-34 tonight. So that one's must have been a pretty good football game. Gordo defeats Fayette County 34-28. Jacksonville over Etowah 45-7.
I think Jacksonville's got a good team this year.
Daphne defeats McGill-Tulin 29-28. Corner defeats Winfield 34-20. Oak Mountain, they defeat Briarwood 14-3. Jacksonville defeats Etowah 45-7. Auburn over Booker out of Sarasota, Florida 24-6. Excuse me. Glencoe over Southeastern 7-0. Boaz over Madison County 28-7. We had Hartselle, they defeated Austin tonight 39-7. IMG is leading Hoover 27-7. I don't know if we got a final on that one. But over. I would think it would probably be over by now. Montgomery Academy is leading Tallahassee 52-3. Of course, last night North Sun Mountain defeated Woodville 53-7. That one kind of surprised me, and that just reminded me. I've got some stats from that game if I can find them. Coach sent them to me earlier today, and I really haven't even looked at them. But let me get my glasses off. So
we got a final on Sheffield Decatur Heritage. Sheffield scored 70.
Wow.
And Decatur Heritage 36.
Wow, that's the Burgess kid and he was one of the ones that was at media days. He had 12 carries for 138 yards and 3 touchdowns for North Sand Mountain. Wow. The Davis kid, who, of course, he started for a long time. He had 8 carries for 58 yards. But most of the other ones were, not a whole lot of yardage. But the Burgess kid, I know they've talked a lot about him. He also was 8 of 10 passing for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I wonder who stepped up at quarterback this year.
So it's him, and so he had a great football game. 8 of 10 and 145 and 138 yards and on 12 carries and 3 touchdowns. So he had 5 touchdowns, or was involved in 5 touchdowns for them. 5. So just looking at the stats, they rushed. Their total yards was 466, and they held Woodville to 151. They had 145 yards passing to Woodville's 51. Rushing yards, they rushed for 321 yards and held Woodville to 100 yards. They had 16 first downs to 10 for Woodville. So a big night for the North Sand Mountain Bison. I know they're excited up there. That was a big win for them, and that's kind of a rivalry game for them too. The Woodville game. They always have a big one there. Of course, I've got a few stats from the Geraldine game last night too that I forget. I always forget I have these stats. They send them to me, and
you have the Geraldine. That's what I was looking at.
John Beck Wade was 6 for 6 passing for 127 yards and 1 touchdown. He rushed he had 11 carries for 48 yards and a touchdown. The Eli
Slashticker,
I
don't know what his name is.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get somebody to call us.
We need that one. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but he had 13 carries for 124 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Johnson, 3 carries for 80 yards and a touchdown. Braxton Franklin had 12 carries for 60 yards and 2 touchdowns. and Jacob Bryant had 5 carries for 20 yards. So they had 341 total yards rushing on the night. So and Cooper Johnson caught 3 passes for 64 yards and a touchdown. Jacob Bryant had 1 catch, and Cade Justice had 2 catches for 31 yards. And then defensively, the Eli
Sledger. I'm
he
not
had,
sure.
He had
Sledger.
8 tackles, 1 interception. He returned 32 yards. Braxton Franklin had 3 tackles and 1 fumble recovery. The Garcia kid had 5 tackles. Cade Justice had 9 tackles. Isaac Foster 6 tackles, and Kason Armstrong had 5 tackles. So a big night, and
they had a big night.
Yeah, Sardis is not a bad football team, and they're a 5A school now, I believe.
I think
is that
so.
right?
I believe that's right.
So a big win for the Geraldine Bulldogs.
I was just looking, and I see where people are watching. Derek Rawson's watching, and Rawson Pools is one of our sponsors.
Yeah, we think that's right, and
we appreciate you.
We appreciate we apologize we apologize for all of our commercials. Not sure what has happened.
Mr. Phillips is watching that. He's still at the tech
school. Oh yeah, still at the tech school.
They're
so
one of our sponsors.
We
appreciate them.
Yeah, and so
of course we appreciate Travis TKT also.
Oh, TKT, that's right. We always
and then also we really appreciate Speaker Ledbetter.
Yes, and then there's a lot of we got First Southern State Bank.
We got a lot of sponsors.
The city of Rainsville, the city of Bridgeport, the city of Stevenson, Chandler Funeral Homes. Yeah, I'm trying to remember all these times. Last year I was really prepared and had all this down on the board so we could just look at it and call. And so DC Gas, we appreciate DC Gas for all they do. And
I actually brought our producer a cup of coffee in the DC Gas.
I saw that, and I should have brought mine, and so, but they've been all of them been great sponsors. Of course, my brain has just left me. And I tell you what, the Safe Solutions Pest Control is one of our sponsors, and so we appreciate them. And there's a bunch of them I can't hardly remember them all off the top of my head. And our producer's trying to tell me, but I have no hearing aids in. So
Gary's TV.
Gary's TV.
Gary's Warehouse.
Hey, Gary's always on Facebook with a dented something or another.
I know he has some great buys. Good buys. As a matter of fact,
of course, he normally has really good buys.
Oh anyway. yeah, but he Northeast Community College is one of our sponsors, and we appreciate them and. Scooters Coffee. We got to talk about Scooters Coffee. Scooters is one of our sponsors, and they sponsor our Player of the Week, so we appreciate them. And then, of course,
I love their little Facebook commercials.
Yeah. North Alabama Trophies and Austin Hope. They are sponsors for our Team of the Week and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So Chick-fil-A, they give us cards, and so we've already got those, and we'll be
we'll be doing Team of the Week.
Yeah, we'll be picking Team of the Week in probably about 10 minutes from now.
Yeah.
So we'll be bringing you that. But again, it's been a little rough night for us, but we'll get all these kinks worked out, and we appreciate everybody tuning in, and like I said, we of course it's been a little different. For those that don't know, I guess I should say this: we actually sold the newspaper back in the end of June. And so the new owner.
So we're basically working for nothing now.
That's right. Now we're working for nothing. So Patrick Graham, he bought the paper. Was a great guy, and so he asked if we would stay on and do this. And after tonight, he may have wished he had.
Yeah, he may say, "I'm kind of rethinking this, guys."
So, but no, we appreciate him for letting us do this again. When he asked me, I said, we'll do that because we enjoy doing this, and so.
I think we might have mentioned it. It might have been when we was having technical difficulties. This is our 11th year of doing this.
Oh yeah,
and we could still talk about football for a long period of time.
If our producer would let us, we'd probably be here till midnight. I asked her the other night, about going to midnight, and
oh yeah,
I didn't get any words from
you
him,
didn't ask me either.
I got an awful look though. No, I couldn't stay awake. I was about to go to sleep, sitting at the house at 7:30 watching Five play.
I carried. Well, I was at Fort Payne game the first half, and my granddaughter was there, and she said, "I am so tired." So my son said, "Dad, will you carry her to your house as you leave and go to the show?" So I carried her, and we were talking. She said, "Where are you going?" And I said, "I'm going to do the show." She said, "I would fall asleep, Pops."
And they probably did listening to us.
You probably.
So
I still getting a few messages a while ago from Anita, but yeah, I bet Sterling's already out.
Yeah. Well, we do appreciate everybody that tunes in, and again, we thank WZOB for carrying it. Of course, they're great, and we enjoyed earlier, probably 4 weeks ago. I don't even remember what it was. We got to go down and be on the
that wasn't just a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Lunch with Brian and Steve. It seemed like a couple of weeks ago, but it's probably been close to a month now.
We had a really good time.
We had a good time with them, and those guys do a great job. Of course, both of them announce on the radio for the Fort Payne Wildcats, and they do a great job. So we appreciate them, and we had a blast.
I got there a little early tonight, and I went by the booth. Of course, Brian is out. He does the Fort Payne TV thing now.
Yeah.
He's the teacher for it. So he was out doing that. And Holly was in there, and I talked to Holly, and Mark Malone was in there, and he said he would be sending you stats.
Okay,
later.
good.
So,
I was wondering about that. Of course, Mark, he retired from Sand Mountain Co-op this year, and so, but I figured he was still.
Steve was there.
Yeah. Steve he's a hoot now. Yeah, they were having a great time on the show. We got there a little bit early and watched them with one of the other guests.
Yeah.
And they had us rolling the whole time we were sitting there. So we enjoyed doing that. And hopefully as the year goes on, we get those guys on with us one night on the phone.
That'd be great.
And talk to them and we get all the kinks worked out, so we actually have a real phone working. And
I know. I was talking to Steve, and he said, "Well, I like to get on the referees during the game." And I said, "Yeah, I've heard you." But they do a good job with the game.
Yeah, they do. They do a good job, that's for sure. But again, some great football tonight, and I feel like we need to go on a break, but. Because we are going to have to kind of do something. We may have to just kill the switch and look at a blue screen while we decide who our team of the week is. But and we'll talk about that. We can talk about 4 more minutes. We'll go ahead and name our team of the week. I'm pretty sure we know who it is, and so
we're winding down. I can go ahead and give you. We still don't have the Valley Head score. I really would like to have that.
Let me make
and
sure
they,
he
like
hasn't
you say, they may
me.
still not have no coverage there.
I'm scanning through my phone here to see. Jody Nance is who I was trying to think of earlier.
Oh, okay.
And of course, he said he would send me stats, and I asked him. I said, "Well, if you can kind of keep us updated too."
I think my coach may work swing shift at Volcraft, so that may be why I can't get him.
Yeah, and we actually have some stats from Fort Payne now.
Okay. He said he was going to get them to you,
but I don't know that I can see them. Let's see. Here we go. Let me get. See if I can get down here to. Let's see. Y'all bear with me a minute. If you'll talk for a minute, Sammy, I'll see if I can figure out what's going on.
Okay, well, I can run over some of these scores. We got North Sand Mountain last night over Woodville, 53-7. And we talked about Burgess having a big night. Geraldine 41-14, and we talked about Wade having a really big night. Well, everybody from Geraldine had a big night. And then tonight, Maplesville over 5, 38-6. Ider in overtime over Section, 19-13. That was a great game. North Jackson over Sylvania, 20-0. Fort Payne beats Scottsboro, 21-19. Piedmont over Cherokee County, 24-8. Thompson over Carver, 37-6. In what we think is a jamboree, Good Hope over Pisgah, 24-12. And last night, first half, Plainview over Anniston, 16-14.
Wow. Just looking at the some of the stats. Rushing yards, Scottsboro Wildcats, they had 35 carries for 273 yards. Fort Payne had 26, and it was 174 yards rushing for And let's see, passing yardage. Scottsboro, they didn't really show the passing yards. Maybe 77, 31 yards, and Fort Payne had 77, if I'm reading that right. I can't hardly see these things, but I did see for Scottsboro, Jacoby Edmondson carried the ball 19 times for 154 yards and had a
95 yards on one play.
Oh, okay.
95-yard touchdown.
Carter Blaylock, he carried the ball, had 13 carries for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Caden Adams, 4 carries for 64 yards. Rocker Engel carried 2 times for 5. Blake Griggs had 6 carries for 1 yard. And Rocker Shankles had 1 carry for -3 yards. And then, Blake was 8 of 12 passing for 77 yards. Shankles had 4 receptions for 50 yards, and Jaden Jackson had 3 catches for 15 yards, and Eli Goggins had 12 yards on 1 catch.
The Jackson kid's a big tight end, and he runs a good route.
Yeah.
So he's most of the time he's open. He catches the ball and he gets clocked, but he's a good sure-handed receiver. Of course, Rocker Shankles can fly.
Yeah.
And tonight, I mean, Blaylock ran the ball hard tonight. No, he's not real big, but he ran the ball hard.
Wasn't he injured some last year?
Broke his leg year before last.
Yeah,
And
year
he came
before
back
last
year. And
yeah.
he wasn't 100% last year, but this year he's back.
Yeah.
And the Adams kid is very fast also.
Yeah.
Adams kid broke loose, I think, for the go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah, that was a huge win for the Fort Payne Wildcats.
And we have a final now on Valley Head game. Cedar Bluff has defeated Valley Head 35-19.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a little surprising to me. That's another one I missed.
Yeah, me too. I just said I missed 4.
So
I really thought Valley Head to take care of them.
I did too.
They
I know.
Something.
Of course, during media days, and of course we already knew this, but they lost all of their big guys,
all the big linemen.
But they had all of their skill people coming
Had
back.
a lot of
And he
skill.
talked about spreading it out,
Yeah.
and getting on the corners with his speed and everything. But tough loss for Valley Head, but they'll bounce back. I know that one they'll come around. We'll see how it goes. But we're about 9 minutes away, so I guess we need to go ahead and talk about our team of the week. And so, man, a lot of great games. It's every week we could have 3 or 4 teams that we could pick for this team of the week.
Northern Mountain had a huge
win.
Lot of scoring. Geraldine played great against a big school.
Of course,
Ider, big upset in overtime.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily upset, but a big win in overtime. North Jackson, shut out Sylvania.
Yeah.
And then Fort Payne's big win over Scottsboro.
Yeah, and of course that one, we didn't talk much about it, but the Fort Payne Scottsboro was our game of the week this week, and so I think we've kind of we just been writing on paper back and forth since we don't have a commercial to go talk. But if you want to go ahead and name our team of the week,
with the big win, they came from behind win. It was a really unusual game. It was crazy things happened and big rivalry. So team of the week this week, first week of the year, Fort Payne Wildcats.
Congratulations to the Fort Payne Wildcats and Coach Elmore.
Yeah,
he has done a fantastic job at Fort Payne,
and maybe that'll keep Todd from being mad at us.
Yeah, and so he won't be mad at me because I picked
Scottsboro.
I also missed that one. I missed Scottsboro. I picked Scottsboro. I just did that because of Todd, but Todd, that's probably it.
Yeah,
won't be no more of that. So
they got a big one next week. Gunnersville. That's going to be a big game. Gunnersville's got a good team.
Yeah,
Gunnersville laid it on Geraldine the first in the Jamboree, and then they put it on Southside tonight. So that's going to be a big game next week.
Yeah. Of course, this week's going to be another busy week. We got Pee Wee football kicking off tomorrow. I think Plainview goes to Dade County.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm going to wind up probably missing. I may not. It just depends. I'm playing in a golf tournament in the morning.
We've got the golf tournament in the morning at Rainsville. We've got the disc golf tournament in the morning at Rainsville. And there's people from all over the Southeast in it.
Yeah.
Then we've got the Pee Wee football. And we had a tournament scheduled at the Field of Dreams, but I'm not sure it made. I haven't talked to Chris, but
Yeah,
man, it's a big day tomorrow.
it is a big day, and so I'm playing in the golf tournament. Me and a couple other guys, and so it'll be fun. But
so I hope you got a couple of ringers to play with you.
Yeah, I think supposedly we have one ringer.
Oh, okay.
And this is coming from my brother.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I'm not sure that I can believe that, but we'll see. We'll see how.
Well, if I was to play in it, I would have to just drive the cart. It's been that long since I've played golf. Plus, I couldn't swing right now I got some injuries.
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't played in about. It's probably been at least a month.
Oh no, I'm talking about several years since I played.
So
my clubs are still sitting there getting cobwebs on them though.
Oh yeah. So I enjoy it. I'm not very good at it, but we enjoy doing that. And of course, I'm hoping we tee off at 8:00 in the morning. So I'm hoping we will be done by 12. That gives me an hour to drive to Dade County and get there before kickoff of because we're actually 1 hour time, and I think I can make it, but I don't know that we'll be done at 12:00. We're real slow.
Kind of. Well, really, I don't have a relative, but anyway.
Yeah.
One of my nephew's girlfriend's son plays on one of those teams. And
okay.
Now he's a hoot to watch. Now he's a little guy, but boy, he talks a big game. He's a good one.
That's good. A lot of things going on, and then next week college football starts, and so that's going to be fun, and more high school football, and like you said, a lot of great games.
A lot of great games next week. So it'll be a great week.
Pisgah Fife, that's going to be a huge game, and Fife would love to revenge that loss from last year.
Right, and we were not going to mention it, but Election Tuesday, go vote.
That's right. Yes.
Unless you're not going to vote for us, then you go Wednesday and vote. But if you're going to vote for us, go Tuesday.
Yeah. Next week, it seems like this thing's been going on forever.
Oh man!
And so I'm ready for it to be over.
So next week is going to be a great week. About Wednesday on is going to be great.
Yeah. And then we're actually packing up and headed out of town on Saturday morning. We're gonna go to the mountains for a few days and see how it goes. My only request was we leave early enough that I have to be where we can watch the TV to see Bama play. So so and of course Auburn, they kick off. They'll be playing next Friday night while we're doing the scoreboard show. They'll be traveling to Baylor, and so that'll be an interesting game.
I mean, they're saying that Hugh Freeze is going to be on the hot seat if he don't do something.
Yeah. And me and my son was discussing this earlier this week, and our thought was if he loses to Baylor this week, he may not make it through the season.
He may not.
So it's going to be interesting. Yeah. So we'll see how that shakes out. He had a fairly decent recruiting.
He's had a good recruiting class last year. Now he don't have one for next year, but this one's been good.
Yeah,
and he's brought in some good ringers. Transfer.
He's got the Arnold kid at quarterback, and so we'll see how that shakes out. But it's going to be a busy.
And Alabama is, on paper, Alabama's loaded.
Oh yeah,
and I expect maybe our expectations are too high because we've just been used to winning. But
well, we lost Jam Miller for a few games. But we still, of course, you got Richard Young, a lot of young kids.
Yeah, the running back room is loaded at all.
It's loaded, and defensively, we should be loaded.
Yeah, we should be good defensively.
And we'll see how that goes. But it's going to be a fun week, and we'll have our pigskin preview coming up again, and we'll have Bum Pickens on for week number 1, and so it's going to be another busy week of football, and we'll be back here next Friday night at 9:30, and hopefully everything will be running smoothly.
Hopefully,
next week. So we'll see. I'm going to have to come in and do a little more work before time. I worked on that thing for about 4 hours this week. Everything was running smooth as it could be.
It always does that.
And we even tested the commercials because we went through every one of them because she needed to know where the breaks were before we started. We got here about 8:30 just to make sure, and we had to get up with WZLB to make sure that everything was working there. Yeah, and so everything seemed to be working good. So I'm not sure what happened. But it's okay. Hey, we still got to give the scores out and got to talk to a couple.
We still got to
people.
talk football. That's the main thing.
That's right. The commercials is just the sidekick.
And
that's more for Patrick Graham who owns the company now. He may not be too happy that we didn't get the commercials in, but
well, we mentioned them as much as we could.
We did, yeah. And again, we sure do appreciate all of them, especially TKT Wholesale and Alabama Speaker of the House, Nathaniel Ledbetter, and the Cap County Tech School and Rawson Tools. They stepped up to the plate for us again this year, and we appreciate them. And
I'm telling you, this first week of football, I have been to 2 games. One of them was last night, Plainview half a game.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yes.
Great game. I mean, you don't start out any better than this. And then tonight, Fort Payne, a 2-point game with safeties at the end of the game. It was a great game.
Yeah. And next week the weather is going to be football weather. It's going to be in the 70s during the day and then in the 50s at night. And that's perfect football weather. And our producer's she's waving her finger. We have 1 minute. So we got 1 more minute to talk. We got plenty of time.
Okay.
Now
she's showing
zero.
She's telling us. She's saying no.
She's saying no.
That didn't mean 1 minute. That meant no.
Oh, that means we cut it off.
That means you're done.
Yeah. So, but hey, we appreciate you guys tuning in tonight, and like I said, hopefully next week things will be a little bit smoother. But hope you have a great weekend. Go out and watch some football, go play some golf or whatever. The weather should be pretty nice, and enjoy your weekend. And hope you have a great week next week and enjoy some of that cooler weather because it has been terribly hot for a while.
It's been very humid.
Yes, so enjoy that, and remember we'll be back here at 9:30 next Friday night with a lot of great high school football and hopefully talking about some big wins for some of our local schools. And we appreciate you guys tuning in. God bless you, and we will see you next time.